Hello everybody, it's me Jones RJ here. Nintendo dropped Wave 1 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC a few weeks ago, which includes the first 8 tracks of the DLC, and in this video, I'll be ranking them from worst to best in my opinion. Without further ado, let's go. Number 8, Toad Circuit 3DS. So yeah, we are starting off this list with probably the most generic track in the first wave of the DLC, and that is Toad Circuit, originally from Mario Kart 7 on the Nintendo 3DS. Now to be fair, this track was the first track in the Mushroom Cup for Mario Kart 7, so it's obviously going to be a little more basic so that players can get used to the game. But as far as the remake goes in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's basically the exact same track, just in HD. No new visuals were added, no new shortcuts, no new ramps, and no new paths. To be fair, there wasn't really much that Nintendo could do with this track aside from update the visuals, but I wish they at least added some new paths or shortcuts to make it a little less boring and less similar to the original. Toad Circuit isn't a bad track, just a little too generic, especially when compared to the other tracks in Wave 1. Number 7, Tokyo Blur. And here is a track originally from Mario Kart Tour. You know, the mobile version of Mario Kart that isn't really doing that well because of its pay-to-win aspects. Anyway, something cool that Mario Kart Tour did was add Mario Kart tracks that were set in real cities around the world, hence its name. And I'm glad to see that these tracks are coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Tokyo Blur is a track that is set in Tokyo, Japan, and as you would expect, many famous landmarks from Tokyo are included in the track, such as the Rainbow Bridge that you drive across of, and the Tokyo Tower and Tokyo Skytree, which can both be seen in the background as you are racing. The track is overall pretty fun to play on, but I do have two minor complaints. One, I feel like the track is a little short, and two, it feels more like driving on highways and less like driving through the city center, since most of the roads you drive on aren't really city streets and feel more like expressways. I feel like the other city track that Wave 1 brought over from Mario Kart Tour does both of these better, hence why you will see it higher on the list. Which city track am I talking about though? You'll just have to keep watching to find out. Number 6, Sky Garden GBA. And here is a track from Mario Kart Super Circuit released on the Game Boy Advance. This definitely was probably the most forgettable Mario Kart game, mainly due to it not really introducing anything new or memorable at the time. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe takes the track Sky Garden from Super Circuit and gives it a huge graphical overhaul, which definitely makes it feel like a completely new track. Nintendo also added some leaves off to the side that you could trick off of, and a mushroom to bounce off of, similar to Mushroom Gorge from Mario Kart Wii. The track is overall pretty fun to play on, but given that it was originally from the Game Boy Advance, it definitely is going to be on the shorter side, and I think the next few tracks have more to offer. Number 5, Choco Mountain N64. Originally from Mario Kart 64 on the Nintendo 64, the main upgrade with this track is of course going to be the visuals. A lot more attention to detail has been added in the cave part of the track, and the part where the boulders are falling off of the cliff, such as the signs to the side of the road, the guardrails, and much more. Aside from that though, nothing else is really new except for a gliding ramp that replaces part of the track. It's overall a pretty fun track to play on, but it's definitely not the most fun track in Wave 1, hence its spot towards the middle of the list. Number 4, Paris Promenade. And here is the other city track from Mario Kart Tour that made it into Wave 1, and this one is Paris Promenade. Similar to the Tokyo Blur track, this track takes place in a major city in the world, but this time it's Paris, France. I put this track higher up on the list than Tokyo because I feel like this track is more immersed in the street life of Paris, while the Tokyo track felt more like driving on highways going around the city. In Paris Promenade, you get to drive right under the Eiffel Tower, which is pretty cool, and the rest of the track takes place on the streets of Paris, where you'll see plenty of storefronts and Nintendo characters cheering you on. Overall, the Paris Promenade track does a pretty good job of putting a Mario Kart track in the city. Number 3, Shroom Ridge DS. Here we have a track that I think was very underrated for Mario Kart DS, and that was Shroom Ridge. Sure, it might have just been a highway track in which not too many people seem that interested in, but this one is definitely a lot more unique than some of the other highway tracks we've seen in other Mario Kart games like Toad's Turnpike and Mushroom Ridge. I say this because unlike those tracks, Shroom Ridge contains a greater variety of scenery, such as rolling hills, tunnels, a cliffside, and more. It also features plenty of turns to help make the track feel a little more special to race on rather than just being mostly straight. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the graphics have obviously seen a major overhaul, but they've also made the track even more fun to play on by having different types of vehicles, some of which you can trick off of like the car with the surfboard. They also add a little shortcut towards the end of the track where you could use a mushroom to boost off the cliff and catch an updraft to guide you back onto the track. Overall, Shroom Ridge might at first seem like another generic highway track, but trust me, it's a lot more fun than you think it is. Number 2, Coconut Mall, Wii. Alright, now this will probably surprise a lot of people that I didn't put this track at number 1. I, as well as many other people, love this track from Mario Kart Wii, as it has a lot of great elements that make the track fun. So you would think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe giving this track a major graphical update would make this track perfect, but unfortunately, the track in some ways is actually kinda worse than the original. Nintendo took away some things from the original track that made it fun, like the bad Mii drivers in the parking lot that was so annoying to avoid, yet funny at the same time. In addition, they also made the track a little wider and easier, specifically the escalator railings where it used to be pretty hard yet satisfying to do a trick off of them and ride them in Mario Kart Wii, but now it's super easy to do it in the remake and therefore it's not as satisfying anymore. To be fair though, this track is still a blast to play on, hence why it's still placed pretty high on my list, but I wish that they didn't take away some of the elements that made the original track so fun to play on. Number 1, Ninja Hideaway. And coming in at number 1, we have a new track known as Ninja Hideaway. This track does everything you'd want from a new Mario Kart track, such as multiple paths and shortcuts, beautiful visuals showcasing ancient Asian architecture to keep with the theme, and innovative touches, like the Shy Guy ninjas that will occasionally jump onto the track and drop banana peels. There is so much that this track has to offer, that you probably will have to play it at least 5 different times to really experience the full track and notice all the details. And that is ultimately why Ninja Hideaway is my favorite track in Wave 1 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. It's incredibly fun to play on, and it features everything that you'd want from a new Mario Kart track. And there you have it, my ranking of every track in Wave 1 for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC. Do you agree or disagree with my rankings? Be sure to let me know down in the comments below what your favorite track is in Wave 1 and your rankings as well. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Thanks a lot for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.